You guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news that I have currently just researched up. I'm going to be discussing with you today is about Dembele and Philippe Coutinho, two Barcelona's main priority targets to currently replace Neymar. The first topic of development I am going to be discussing with you guys is about Dembele. Now apparently the move is edging closer now, because suggestions are stirred up on reports that he has currently packed his bags as Dembele and put them in back of his car, and this now means he is currently forcing the way out of Borussia Dortmund, and he looks likely he is set to be joining Barcelona. Well, the player that's on a 4-year contract with the club, a player that got purchased from Borussia Dortmund for 15 million, and he scored, was it 10 goals? I think he got 10 goals, 21 assists on his debut season with the current club. But we're all aware that he has been currently suspended from training as Dembele, and apparently there's a bid that's been rejected before, but apparently an initial fee apparently has come to an agreement. I think this is in the region of £90 million, but I think they're still in negotiation, discussing with these 30 million add-ons that Borussia Dortmund may still be suggesting that they want. These 30 million add-ons, I think, are regarding the player's performances, how he plays and stuff, and how many goals he scores. And this is what Borussia Dortmund are demanding for the 20-year-old Dembele. But it has been confirmed that there has been talks going on. It's been confirmed Barcelona have been in talks with Borussia Dortmund over a potential move. But from Borussia Dortmund's perspective, they are not satisfied with the bid that Barcelona put out. And they are not satisfied with the bid that Barcelona put out, but it had been confirmed that Barcelona representatives had been in there. Well, the meeting had been scheduled, had been in there with a meeting to plot this bidding. Borussia Dortmund were satisfied with the bid, and they did claim out, did Dortmund, they were nowhere near the valuation where Barcelona for him. But apparently an initial 90 million fee has been agreed for the player. You know, he's a good player, that's good for France. He's good for France. Fantastic, was fantastic for Borussia Dortmund last season. Very, very good two-footed player. Good at leading the lines fantastically well. And now Barcelona look as though now, because he's potentially forcing the move, that he is going to be making the move to Barcelona is Dembele, and I think he does want to leave the club, does Dembele, and he does want to make the move to Barcelona. Anyway, I've got some more breaking news about Philippe Coutinho. We're all adamant Liverpool still need signings in this transfer window. They have got Salah, that's a good signing for them. The next possible signing could be Van Dijk, but in my opinion they still may need I think they still need a number 9 in their team, and I still think they need some defenders as well, so they still need to add depth and strength into their team, do Liverpool, because we're all adamant Coutinho is still currently injured. Emre Can could leave, Adam Lallana's been injured, and Liverpool have still got problems in their team they need to address. But latest news about Coutinho, anyway, I think he's still trying to force the move, because Barcelona have been heavily linked with him. It has basically been their number 1 target since Neymar has currently left. But I think from Liverpool's perspective, this would be actually beneficial for Liverpool. I know he's one of the most essential players, he's one of the most creative players in world football, but I think this would be beneficial, because the amount of money that Barcelona will be prepared to offer, because they've had 2 bids I think rejected already, Liverpool can buy another couple of players out of that money. So in the Liverpool perspective it would be beneficial. But we all know broke out last week, I think it was, Coutinho put in a transfer request. This had been rejected by Liverpool. As we know, there's been discussions going on. Coutinho's agent has discussed with Barcelona to try and get a deal finalised, and even Barcelona have travelled over to England, Liverpool, to try and get a deal finalised. And but we know a 72 and 89 million bid has been rejected for Coutinho, but the Liverpool board are still standing firm, and I think he's still trying to force the way out with Philippe Coutinho. And the owners had come out and they suggested he is not for sale and they are not sanctioning him. Coutinho had reacted to this. Basically, what did he react? Reacted basically saying with his desire to leave the club, he reacted to the suggestions that had been shown out, that he does want to leave the club, does Philippe Coutinho. He has currently suggested this, but from Liverpool's perspective they are still not willing from their perspective, they are still not willing to accept any bids whatsoever from Barcelona. Spanish reports are suggesting that a deal could be maybe done in the next few hours, but also from Liverpool's perspective, Barcelona's pursuit of Coutinho could end up coming to a conclusion, and it all could come to an end. So we know Coutinho's been unhappy the way discussions have been going. He's been very, very unhappy, and I think he wants to elevate to that higher level. And we all know he is currently injured at the moment. Is Philippe Coutinho, but I think in Barcelona's eyes he would be a long-term replacement for Neymar. And he'd be in the mix with Suarez and Messi, and he'd elevate to that higher level, and he'd be a much bigger club. But if you look at his overall stats, obviously being at Inter Milan, he has been at Liverpool 3 or 4 years now, and you look at his overall stats, 14 goals, 7 assists last season. He's got his stats with 70 dribbles completed, 37 crosses, 60 odd chances, so you can just tell his stats are absolutely dramatic. But Barcelona are still wanting to get a deal over the line but Barcelona may be prepared to now put another deal in for Coutinho, because we know Barcelona have had 2 bids rejected for the current player. So this is my point, but Liverpool have still got problems that they need to address. They couldn't still look likely they're going to get Van Dijk, but as I said, Barcelona now look more realistic the chance that they're going to get Dembele first over Coutinho. Obviously, there'll be still discussions going on, but Coutinho does want to currently make the move, and even Andy Townsend has had a say on this situation. Liverpool really should sanction him off, raise the funds, benefit from this, and get a couple of more players in certain areas that they currently need to strengthen up in their team. But and I've got some latest news about Ivan Perisic. Sky Sports have suggested about Perisic now. He's on the verge of signing a new deal with Inter Milan, as we're all aware of. He's currently got I think he's got 3 years left on his deal. His contract runs until 2020, but I think he's going to be signing a new deal with the club. Reports had broke out earlier the current agent who was approached Ed Woodward to try and get a deal finalised. The agent of Ivan Perisic is apparently, within 24 hours or less now, he's going to be holding talks and having discussions with Inter Milan regarding Ivan Perisic's future. But from what I've heard, basically, he has done well in the pre-season games, but from what I've heard, it looks likely he's going to sign a new deal with the club. As I did say, we're still not willing to meet that £48 million that Di Marzio announced quite a while ago, and we've had 2-3 bids rejected for Ivan Perisic now. A player that scored 14 goals, I think, 11 goals, 12 assists last season, and he's highly experienced, he's good in the air, he's got good physical attributes, and we're eager for that left wing. And we know Inter Milan have been demanding Martial as well, but as we did make it clear with the negotiations that Manchester United are not willing to offload Antonio Martial, so it could now end up being our pursuit of Ivan Perisic. It could come to a conclusion, because the entirety of the transfer window we have wanted the current player on the board, but Lucius Belter, as I keep saying, he's convinced now he will stay. He did say there was a time where he was considering making a move, but he feels as though now he is happy at Inter Milan. But he's rebuffed it a couple of times, because he did say before, I can't keep him against his own will and stuff like this. If he really wants to move, he wants to move. He has been trying to force to move on several occasions in this transfer window as Inter Milan, Perisic. And Lucius Belter basically said there were no further negotiations or discussions going on regarding the player or the two clubs, but there has still been negotiations going on, so I think more things will be discussed. I think they have been in talks on Inter Milan of securing Ivan Perisic a new deal, so I think basically now it's unlikely. There's still a possibility chance if we do get that opportunity and we can come in. I think we should just meet that £48 million, and then we will definitely get the pursuit of Ivan Perisic. But it looks more than likely now he's going to secure a new deal at Inter Milan. So he's a player that's more creative than our efficient winners. Is very, very good. I think Martial's potentially a better footballer, but I do think Perisic is more highly experienced, as I said before. But we'll have to just see what happens, guys. But we're still crying out for that winger. We still need that winner, as I said. So we'll see what currently happens, guys. And Damasio had announced before that we ended our interest in Perisic because they was trying to demand Martial as part of the deal. We had come to, we'd agreed personal terms. We had come to an agreement on a deal, but then basically Inter Milan were regarding Martial as part of the deal, and we wasn't currently going along with that because we didn't want to sanction Martial off. But for the entirety of the window, we've wanted even Perisic, but now it could come to a conclusion, and talks will plan out and see how it progresses. Anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on my channel, subscribe as always, and take it easy, and I'll see you later. Bye.